following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-minute warning.
It is what it is. I ain't got somebody walking in my room every 5 minutes asking me, am I okay? Or asking me for blood.
I mean, let's be real. Did you get upset because they asked if you were okay or they asked you for blood? What was the biggest thing?
Neither. I mean, honestly, it wasn't that I was upset about it. It was just like, yo, why is it that my blood samples are only good during booty call hours?
Well,
I'm just saying they ain't never asked me for no blood during the day. It was always between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. It's like, yo, so what y'all doing with my blood? Like, I felt like somebody was in the labs. Like, you know what I want? I want some of his blood right now. Give me a sample of that shit right now. Don't do it when the sun out. No, because apparently the sunlight must taint the blood sample.
Show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, MoeB, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
hello, everyone out there in the world of the internet and those who are listening to us via the podcast. Welcome to another episode of the 5-minute warning. Excuse me, 5-minute warning, because the I just threw in there for some reason. As you can tell, my name is Ruben. Well, you can't really tell if you've never listened before. But hey, my name's Ruben, and of course, I got the franchise with me, MoeB. What's going on, MoeB?
Man, I'm good, man. This whole franchise thing. Unless y'all trying to pay me franchise tag money, I don't want y'all to keep saying franchise.
I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, we go throw a little background music on today. You know,
I'm about to say, you sound like you was about to go into some slow jams, man. What's...
I mean, you know, it's just get it for the ladies and the ladettes.
Nah,
you know?
let's not do that.
See, Moco Cowboy, right? You know, setting the mood for the show. So, hey, man, how was your weekend, bro? How was your week? You out the hospital? We glad to see you ain't locked up no more. You free?
Yeah, just in a different prison. Just in a different prison.
Is that what they call it?
I mean, no, and I don't mean like because I'm in the house. I mean, I'm limping around. I can't really do anything. So, for the most part, I just been kicking it in this chair. But I mean, it is what it is. I ain't got somebody walking in my room every 5 minutes asking me, am I okay? Or asking me for blood.
I mean, let's be real. Did you get upset because they asked if you were okay or they asked you for blood? What was the biggest thing?
Neither. I mean, honestly, it wasn't that I was upset about it. It was just like, yo, why is it that my blood samples are only good during booty call hours?
Well,
I'm just saying they ain't never asked me for no blood during the day. It was always between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. It's like, yo, so what y'all doing with my blood? Like, I felt like somebody was in the labs. Like, you know what I want? I want some of his blood right now. Give me a sample of that shit right now. Don't do it when the sun out. No, because apparently the sunlight must taint the blood sample. So they gotta come get it.
I mean, look, man. Maybe there's some truth to that. Maybe the blood flows better during the booty call hours, man.
Look,
I mean, I'm just saying because if you're doing the booty call,
I'm gonna need some scientific evidence on that. Because, like I said, ain't nobody ever asked me for no blood in that hospital except for the hours of between 2 a.m. and 5:30 in the morning.
Well, as a guy, we know blood flows in the morning when we wake up.
Bro, it's coming out my arm, man. Blood is always circulating here, man. I got some good veins too. It's always here. ain't like they was getting no semen sample. That would have made sense to come from 2:30 in the morning.
Really?
5:30 in the morning.
Really, it made sense to come. Yeah. Okay, this guy right here. This guy's making funnies out here. Jeez, I'm glad we TVMA, bro. This dude trying to get us cut off.
look,
Oh my God,
look,
I can't let my kid listen to that.
if they can say skeet on the radio, I can say come in the hospital.
I guess if you, I can't even clean that up right.
Don't even try. Let's just move on.
I mean, as long as it's not the face, but it's all good. So
That's disrespectful.
but
It's disrespectful, man.
we
Under
don't
no context. Under no context is that disrespectful. And yes, even if she asked for it, I still think it's disrespectful.
No,
I still think it's disrespectful.
You went there. Oh God, this is what happened with AG's not here, y'all. AG is off at a remote, undisclosed location.
He's the moral compass.
taking care of business. But yeah, man. Yo, man. Can we look? I'm sick of everybody talking about Chris Rock, man. I'm sick of everybody talking about Will Smith.
They still talking about it?
Yeah, man. Everybody wants to talk about it. Even Shakta said something about it, man. He said, "Don't let other people speak for you." After she came out and made some comment, speaking for both of them, Shaq said, "Don't let other people speak for you." Basically saying, Jada, shut up. And I'm just like,
I don't know if that was saying Jay to shut up or that was more like saying, Will, you need to speak up.
I mean, he was like, why you apologize for smacking the dude in the face? You smacked the dude in the face. You did not mean to do it. You walked up there and you took the want to go do it. So you meant to slap him in the face.
I mean, I do feel that. Like, if you make the conscious decision to smack a man on TV,
just own that shit.
Like, I meant to smack you. I shouldn't have done it, but I meant to do it. Like, it wasn't no accident.
I literally walked up there, I smacked you, and I fluffed my jacket like I was still in
like I said, it was like
Bad Boys 3.
It was Bad Boys 4 right there.
Bad Boys 4 life with my hand in your face. Yeah. So, it's one of those things. But yeah, man, I'm glad you out the hospital, bro, and you out of the prison, and you can walk around and even though one of your feet bad, you still be driving around and stuff, which is crazy.
Man, I got my pimp cane. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the thing.
Hey man, I'm telling you, you need to get some rhinestones on that joint, man.
I'm not bedazzling out a damn cane.
Hey man, if it's good for Dom Magic Wand, it's good enough for you,
look,
bro.
Man, I'm in here with plastic pink hospital cups, man. What about anything that in my life suggests that I'm trying to bedazzle or bling anything out?
I mean, that's your pimp cup right there, dog. All you need is some diamonds, some fake diamonds on that too.
Now, this is a freedom cup right here.
Okay, why is it a freedom cup?
Because it represents the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point in time, they just filled it up with ice chips, and that's all I could have because, you can't eat or drink nothing before anesthesia. So, like, now that I can pour whatever I want into it, this shit freedom right now. Put whatever I want in this damn cup.
In that peach cup. What's in it?
None of your damn business.
I thought I was going to get you, but clearly not. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started. Once again, thank you everyone who's listening. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends, enemies, and anybody else who decides to listen to podcasts. If your animals listen to podcasts, we'll take that too, But here's the thing, man. Question of the day. So, question of the day is very simple. Hey, man, what do you look for most in your vacation? Like, what is the purpose? Like, do you just go on vacation to look at shit? Or do you go on vacation not to do shit? Or you go on location with accommodation? Or you look for something specific? Like, what do you look for most in a vacation for you? Not the fam, but for you.
I mean, that's a hard question to ignore the fam on because, like, I don't look for a vacation for me no more. Like, honestly, a vacation now is just about creating memories. So when I'm dead, the kids will be like, you know what? Remember that one time our dad did some cool shit with us?
If your kids said that,
or like, when I'm getting old, I need people to take care of me, and they don't really want to go out their way to come see me. they come see me because they're like, man, you know what? That one time he did take us on that trip. That was pretty cool.
That one time. Have you gone on any trips with the fam?
I mean, honestly, the most recent thing we did was right before the surgery was going to DC to the African American History Museum, and
How was that?
That was dope. That was dope.
How much did the kids understand? I guess is the other question.
You know, kids understand a lot more. I mean, they not babies, so then they understood what was going on. The problem is, I don't know if they understand
the struggle,
the gravity of it, because history is, when you're at that age, history is just something for old people, as they say. My kids are always constantly saying olden times, but so I don't know if they really understand, like, even when you get close, like farther into the museum where you're getting like the civil rights movement and everything, and they don't grasp how recent some of that shit is, because to them it's forever ago, because it was before they were born. But to me, I'm like, I wasn't in it, but I was with people who were in it, so I got to hear about it. Like I hear from my grandma about it. I hear from my mom about these things. So for them, I just don't know if they fully grasp all of it. But I mean, it's still a good experience. I mean, and just the questions that they asked during it, was cool.
Did you get through the whole thing?
I mean, yeah, but you ain't gonna get through that whole thing in a meaningful way in one day, man. It's just so much stuff to see, and I'm like closet history nerd, man. So like I literally do want to read everything that's there, and when you got the kids, man, you can't do that because their attention span, they're like, hey, let's move to the next thing. Like, let's keep moving.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. So I guess on your last vacation, what's the most important thing that you look forward to?
I mean, honestly, I look forward to anything that allows the fam to just create a memorable moment. Like, it doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Like, I'm not, like, when I look for a vacation, I'm not thinking about going to like the Bahamas or thinking about going to some resort or anything. Like, honestly, just going to a different state, doing some stuff that we don't normally do, and being around them uninterrupted, that's a vacation to me. That's all I really need.
Cool. Yeah, man. Back in the day, like when I was young, like mom and dad took us to like Gettysburg. I mean, that's dope because the Gettysburg Address and all that. And then there's Hershey's Park. So it's like, all right, we're gonna learn some history.
Bro, you ain't care nothing about Gettysburg Park. You was like, let's go to Hershey Park. We gotta get through all this other stuff to get to that.
I mean, yeah. So it is what it is, man. I mean, you gotta mess around and walk and understand that how all this is like, once again, I was like 10, 11. So it was like I kind of understand what's going on. Like, I understand the purpose, but I'm trying to get to that chocolate, dog. And so, we did that. And then, one year we went to Disney when I was around like 11, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, something like that. So, I mean, I was mad I couldn't go on Space Mountain. Folks didn't want to take me on Space Mountain.
I think I went to Disney when I was younger, but like, if I did, I was really young, so like, I really don't remember anything about it.
Oh yeah, like I remember the only thing I truly remember was Epcot, man, and because that ride, I was so excited for that Epcot ride and the ball, but then it was like super slow, and they wanted to like teach you shit, and I was just like, I just want to ride a roller coaster. I want us to go faster than 2 miles per hour. I can walk through this faster than the speed we going. I mean, but Epcot was all right. Yeah, we did a couple things like that. He took us to like somewhere in Tennessee, like the greatest World's Fair or something. We did that one year. I mean, that was kind of dope.
You see, but that's all I'm caring about right now. You see how you talking about those moments that you went? Like, that's all I want, man. I just want them to have something good to remember.
Yeah, and that, growing up, that was cool. We went on something like once every year or so. So, I would definitely advise that. If you listening, feel free to put in, in the chat, like your favorite vacation spot, whatever, or what you get out of vacation. So that's cool too. I mean, for me, being a single man with no children,
You trying to do Freaknik 96, ain't you? That's all
I'm
you
not
are.
trying to do
Freaknik 96. You trying to go to you want to go, an ideal vacation for you is to go back in time to be at Freaknik 96. The last one where they shut the highways down and people was dancing in the street. Look, I don't know. I wasn't there. Allegedly, that's what I heard happen.
There's nothing in my thought process that would allow me to do things like that around random people. Nah, I'm not that type of dude. I mean, I did go to Florida by myself, though, to Orlando. That was interesting because I never really go anywhere by myself. So that was an experience. And man, I was just straight up chilling. And that's why I just chilled and I chilled. I did what I wanted to do. I got up at 10 o'clock. I ate when I wanted to eat. I went where I wanted to went. And I went to a couple places I wanted to go.
Look at you sounding like a damn adult.
I know, right? I ain't do no work shit. It was awesome. I think I looked at my work phone. I took it with me. I looked at it like twice, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. So that was cool. Universal is dope. Expensive as hell, but it's dope. If you go there, just make sure that you buy your tickets in advance. Try to get a special because it was like $120 for a ticket. And I was like, I don't get no reach around with this. Like, I don't understand. So, but I don't do Disney, at least at this point in time. I'm not a Disney guy. But it was good. So I looked for just calm, chilling, being by myself, man. Now, ultimately, if I would want to go to the Bahamas or something like that, not by myself. It ain't that kind of party, So
I don't know, man. Going to the Bahamas by yourself might be kind of dope. You might be able to get into some shenanigans.
I could get into some positive shenanigans, or I can get some negative shenanigans. I'd just rather not be in any shenanigans.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna need you to be an optimist, man. Like,
I am an optimist. I'm optimizing that something may happen to me down there if people know I'm by myself.
Optimizing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's not the way. Let's
move on. We're good. I just wanted to make sure I heard what.
Yeah,
whatever you tried to say.
KB Yako 25 with that Captain EO and Epcot. Yeah, buddy. Don't miss that. Optimus Prime. Oh God. Oh no Moko Cowboy. That was bad. You get the thumb down of shame on that one. That was bad. The thumb down of shame.
All right. So what we talking about? Because I forgot. Like, I don't really plan for this.
I know you don't. So. That's why I do. Because it's a crazy world that we live in, and it's important that everybody understands that regardless of how awesome and stable your life is, there's just a whole bunch of shit out there that ain't like either one of that, stable or whatever. So this week, because I can't go back to Florida no more, this week we went to Mississippi. And look, my opinion is very simple. The craziest people who create the crazy world we live in are usually people who have some sort of power, because they do dumb shit. Knowing full well is dumb, but they understand that some people don't think it's dumb, and that's the people they want to ride with. So, the governor of Mississippi, Tate Reeves, we've seen him before. You might have seen him on CNN or whatever, with glasses, looking like Opie, who's fat. But he decided that
was that who's fat necessary? Was that just like,
yes, very much was necessary. So he decided that he's going to declare April both Genocide Awareness Month, okay, not bad, and Confederate Heritage Month, bro. Confederate Heritage Month in April. It's the same time as Genocide Awareness Month. Yeah. You know, let's just be honest. We probably look at that. It's like, well, if you put them together, unfortunately, there is a connection. However, it's not the connection that you want. That's all I'm saying on that. But, basically, he unpacked Genocide Awareness Month as a time to reflect on the, quote, systematic destruction of lives, unquote, and noted it had, quote, no place in society, unquote, but he neglected to mention the devastating race-based institution of American slavery or the near destruction of Native American people by white colonizers in our country. You want to know why he didn't say that? Because he's in Mississippi. That's why he didn't say that. And yeah, because he then turned around and declared a Confederate Heritage Month as a time to recognize the state's Civil War history, a tradition initiated by his predecessors in 1993. First of all,
can I just ask a question?
Well, hold on a second. We're still celebrating a war that you lost. And just because your predecessors were dumb enough to do that since 1993, that does not mean that you need to follow behind that at all whatsoever. And yes, you may ask a question, MoeB.
What the hell was the point? I just want to know what the point was. Like, what was he trying to accomplish? Because I can't believe that he would be so stupid to realize that you can't do both like that without acknowledging slavery. So, like, what was he trying to accomplish?
I'm glad you asked that, because for those history people out there, this is actually something I didn't know. Because April is the month in 1861, the American Civil War began between the Confederate and Union armies. Reportedly the costliest and deadliest war ever fought on American soil. He read that statement as he proclaimed Confederate whatever month. Like, that's the statement he read. And then he continued on to say, as we honor all who lost their lives in the war, it is important for all Americans to reflect upon our nation's past, to gain insight from our mistakes and successes, and to come to a full understanding that the lessons learned yesterday and today will carry us through tomorrow if we carefully and earnestly strive to understand and appreciate our heritage and our opportunities which lie before us. MoeB.
Did they cheer when he gave? I'm saying, like, I just want to know who in the audience was like, "Hey man, that sounds like a great idea." Like, oh shit, we've been waiting for this. Who's been fighting for this? Like, who's been like, yo man, you know what we need? We need Heritage Month. We need that.
Well, in 93 they felt they needed it. Don't know why, but they felt they needed it in 93. So, of course, this happened on April 8th. And hey man, the one type of people you not gonna snowblind is the press.
Hold on. What is snowblind?
Snowblind, when you throw a whole bunch of snow and you can't see nothing.
I ain't never heard that expression before,
Okay.
so that's why.
That's
I'm
fine.
not saying it's not an expression. It's just not one in my repertoire. So
Yeah, that's fine. Hey man, we do a bunch of learning here. we teach, and we teach our people. So, and our people meaning everybody who listens to the show.
all three of you.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it's 6. Get it twisted. So, a local reporter asked him this question: do you believe that is to conflate, considering the documented history of killing and racism toward people of color in the Confederate South? Because, when you gonna stand up there and say something dumb in front of news people, there's at least one who's gonna call your dumb ass out. And they did. And then, of course, he looked defiant because, you can feel that statement in yourself. And he said, I signed the Confederate Heritage Month in the month of April in the same manner and fashion that the 5 governors that came before me, Republicans and Democrats alike, for over 30 years have done that. And we did it again this year. Didn't think that this was the year to stop doing it. So, hold on, player. So you're pretty much saying that, hey, they've been doing this for years. why should I be the one that stops this? You know, why should I be the bigger man and the more intelligent person in the room and stop this? Because, you know, Democrats and Republicans have been doing this for 30 years. And my thought to him is like, if you know this is wrong, then what you doing?
I mean, they said the same about desegregation in the South too. Like, who am I to change it? It's been going on for years.
That's called being lazy. You know,
I ain't lazy. That's speaking to your audience. That's all that was. He was speaking to his audience.
And then one voice quickly objected, suggesting Reeves was being misleading. The former Mississippi Governor Ray Mabus, a Democrat who served in the capacity from 88 to 92 and one of the last 5 governors, said he never supported this. My question for Governor Reeves is, so what if 5 governors have signed it? It doesn't make it right. Which is very, part. And then he tweeted later, the only heritages of the Confederate, as far as I can tell, are slavery and treason. And
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So then,
once again, I go back to my original question. What the hell was the point?
Oh, it gets better. And of course, KB Yakko, yes, they were efficient because, it is the same thing. So on the second proclamation, which is the genocide, he specifically identified the following genocides from 3 of 7 continents, starting at the top of the 20th century. Armenia in 1913, Ukrainian in 1932, the Holocaust 41, Cambodia 72, Bosnia 92, Rwanda 94, Darfur 2003, noting that in part genocide is a systematic destruction of all or significant part of a racial, ethnic, religious, or national group. Bro, did you just sit there and tell us what slavery was? Slavery is partially genocide. And that doesn't fit here at all, Maybe that last piece you missing in the puzzle is slavery. I don't know.
Apparently, there are a lot of white people who don't know what slavery was, has been. Like, that's the word they'd like to skip all the time. Like, let's just move over. Let's gloss over the slavery.
Yeah, and of course, the dual proclamation drew not the ire of politicians, but everyday citizens. And a local reporter is like, don't you think there might be a conflict between Confederate Heritage Month and Genocide Awareness Month being in the same month?
I mean, like, once again, I'll go back to what the hell was the point? Like, you really can't do both at the same time.
I mean, and then another was like, so you just forgot about the Native Americans and all those black people we shipped over to do our slavery labor? Yeah, that was great. It's like, I mean, and one dude's like, you forgot the American genocides, like all of them.
I mean, this is probably a terrible analogy, but like, this really feels like somebody trying to hold a Me Too rally in Magic City.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But you ain't wrong. That's funny, but you ain't wrong.
Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Me Too movement. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Magic City. I'm just saying putting them together,
not so much. That's
just feels weird.
It feels like something. Wow. I like, somebody needs to do that. I mean, let's be real. They had a celebration for their former quarterback in Atlanta at a strip club.
Hey man, Matt Ryan should have showed up to that, man.
Him and his wife should have showed up.
Matt Ryan could have been ATL legendary forever if he'd have showed up, ordered some Lou Will lemon pepper wings, ate some wings in VIP, had 2 drinks, took a couple pictures, and walked out. He'd have been a legend forever.
Yes, he would have been. That, I mean, he'd be the coolest NFL player ever. But yeah, so you think this can get better? No, it doesn't get better.
I mean, there can't be any more to that.
There's always more to this. There's always more. So the Mississippi State Director of Southern Poverty Law Center, Mississippi, said in a statement, "It is unfortunate that the governor chooses to glorify the Confederacy, a traitorous government that fought against the United States for the right to enslave black people. He says blacks. He probably should have said black people. I'm going to kind of ignore that for a second because I get it.
I mean, we know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
We know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Let's not hammer him over a technicality. It's tough enough being a white guy talking in power. Like,
but then, another people were just like, you do this right after you signed this critical race theory law on March 14th, where he called CRT a curriculum of indoctrination created to humiliate whites.
AKA white fragility.
Yeah. And I'm just like, so this is what you do? Like, you signed CRT. We're not going to teach CRT, AKA we're not going to teach history in the state of Mississippi. But then we're going to glorify, like, the Confederacy. Once again, let me remind everybody.
But we want to make sure you're aware of genocide as well.
Yeah, yeah. But also, let's remind everybody, the Confederacy lost. I mean, I don't know how many times I got to remind people the Confederacy lost. We're basically saying, you know what? If you're a loser, that's okay. We're going to celebrate you.
I mean, based on all the street names, statues, schools that were named after Confederate people, like at some point in time, Ruben, I think your story about them losing is almost incorrect. I don't know if they lost. I think they were just like, all right, we're just gonna shift gears real quick. We'll find a new way to be oppressive.
I mean, yeah. And then where do you put MLK Avenue in the middle of the hood? Like, really? Okay, that's what we're doing. So then, of course, once again, like, when it rains, it pours with this dude. Once again, Fat Opie. He goes on to Fox News and says, quote, "There is not systemic racism in America," unquote. Like, I wish I had the the Kevin Hart meme when he goes sideways and goes, he blinks. Like,
I mean, yo, in his defense, like, what else you gonna go on Fox News and say? Like, what else you gonna go on Fox News and say? And like, look, man, all these people that are expecting people who live in the space known as the far right, if you ever think some far right white guy is going to say anything that would remotely suggest that they receive advantages for their whiteness, like, yo, just go kill yourself. It's never gonna happen. Like, you ain't never gonna see nobody on the far right acknowledge anything about racism. Yo,
I'm for that. I'm here for that all day. I'm here for this all day. It's Resurrection Weekend, baby. I guess he's finna for the Confederate rapture. I mean, KB Yakko, man, I think you hit it on the nose.
Hey,
bro.
Look, man, them white people who I assume, like, all the negative stereotypes about, like, Southern white ignorance, like the people who I'm pretty sure having sexual relations with family members and don't have teeth and have third grade education. Like,
that's Kentucky though, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of places in the South, but a lot of those people have been saying the South will rise again forever. So, I mean, why not do it on Easter weekend? Like, they're rising right along with their white Jesus.
Oh my God. Oh God, that's just hilarious. So the last thing I'll speak on it. He's still on Fox News, saying that students are being force-fed an unhealthy dose of progressive fundamentalism that runs counter to the principles of America's founding.
That's kind of the point, because America was founded on racism. So yeah, you're right. It's we're trying to kind of be counter.
But here's the fun part, right? Here's the fun part. Dog, you in Mississippi. Like, I don't, what I don't understand is, I would expect the way you see history to be taught in Mississippi like that. But you signed this bill basically saying, no, we're not supposed to do that. And then he says children are dragged to the front of the classroom and are coerced to declare themselves as oppressors, that they should feel guilty because of their race, that they're inherently a victim because of their race. Which race he talking about? Black people?
I mean, he talking about white people, but
I mean, talking about white people, but that's not the case.
It's crazy. Like, he's in the state with the largest percentage of black people by population, and he still speaks like this. But it's whatever.
I mean, yo, all I'm saying is, y'all need to know what y'all kids learn in school.
People choose stupid, man, and he's made a lifelong decision to double down on this choice, and they keep voting him in. So,
which is weird, right?
No, it's not. It just means that there are a lot of people fucking agree with him.
I mean, but if there are more black people in the state than white people,
no, it's not. It's not more black people than white people. They have the largest population of black people per state population. It's like Mississippi's like 36% black, which is like crazy. Other than like DC, which is the state, like there's really no other, there's really no other place that has that large of a black population.
Wow. And they can't get foolery out of the government. All right. Oh, what's up, E-Money? How you doing? So, yeah, man, wow. That's all I got to say on that, man. Because you know what? If you can make your mouth to talk like this, then ain't nothing I can say to you. Because, hey, let's just forget about all the stuff that happened when Martin Luther King was trying to walk down the street, in protest and stuff, and they break out the water cannons and stuff like that. I mean, I understand a whole bunch of people didn't die, but I mean, just saying, we're not exactly like not trying to commit genocide at that point in time. We're just spraying people with water like you spray your cat.
Bruh, just don't argue with idiots or racists, because you got to realize if they're racist, they're probably an idiot, and idiots are more likely to be racist. Like, you just don't argue with them. Just whatever.
I mean, yeah, it's a resurrection. So, the resurrection weekend, baby. We all coming back.
Nah, apparently just their white Confederate Jesus.
White Confederate Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, man, that's crazy. Well, that was crazy world because, yes, ladies and gentlemen,
that was an extended crazy world.
I mean, sometimes you gotta talk about shit, man. Sometimes you gotta talk about it. But so I think are we taking a trip international, MoeB?
I mean, I don't want to take a trip international. I mean, but
we can visit there for a second.
Yeah, we'll go into some foreign affairs, and I'm gonna go with two stories. I'm not gonna start with my political story first, which I will call it a political story. I gotta speak to the basis behind the fact that the U.S. stops at Georgia. Like, there's a certain type of person that we got to keep out of the rest of the country, and that person seems to reside in Florida a lot. And not only do they reside in Florida, they feel comfortable in Florida, and that's a bigger problem. The fact that they feel comfortable in Florida lets you know that there's a lot of them down there, which is why we gotta keep that shit south of the border. U.S. stops at Georgia. So, and in a story that just, the headline has me. Florida man claims to be a DEA agent to get a Wendy's discount. I got so many questions about this, but I'll go into the story.
What?
So, just let me go. Just let me go.
What?
So Jesse Stover was arrested Monday after his request for a discount was refused, and an argument broke out between him and the employee at the chain restaurant. Officers came to the scene and discovered his fake badge as a DEA officer. So, all right, that's pretty much the whole story. Like, there's nothing else. Like, I wish I could give you some more cool shit about the story, but that's pretty much it. But that's enough. So, I got a couple questions. Like, I'm not trying to speak on nobody's situation, man. Like, everybody is at their own spot, and I don't want to judge nobody. But how fucking down bad you gotta be to be trying to get a Wendy's discount with a DEA badge. Like, bruh, like
I can't.
I just
can't. I can't.
yo, like this is a real story, people. Like this is only in Florida. This only in Florida.
Hold on, man. You went to the trouble to get a fake DEA badge. You were probably glammed up in black, and you probably even had the flip joint with the fake badge and a fake ID just to get 10% off your meal.
You see, and here's where I go back to, we got to keep that Florida shit in Florida. This story did not happen in Florida. Notice I said a Florida man. In our country, he was up in the upper 48.
Where at?
I think it was in Chicago, but
that means that shit works in Florida. And he tried to use it in Chicago, and they were just like, "Nah, bro, that's not how."
I'm just saying that the picture in the article says it's a Wendy's in Chicago. But like I said, it didn't say where. It just said Florida man claims to be DEA agent to get a Wendy's discount. Bruh, how down bad you gotta be to be trying to get that junior bacon cheeseburger for the low?
Oh my god!
Yo, man, they are, yeah. Imani, you right? They already got the 5 for $5, bro. What more do you want?
But here's the crazy part, right? So here's the crazy part about that. I mean, like, how'd you know that DEA just get a discount? I mean, you assuming that all police get a discount everywhere?
Here's the thing. If you know you out here faking like an officer, you know what you don't need to do? Make a effing scene for the real officers to show up. Like, yo, as soon as he said no, you should have just been like, all right, I'm going to take this L. I'm going to pay this extra 65 cents for my fucking meal.
Yo, shout out to the dudes like, yo, this shit fake.
Yo, I don't even know if the dude claimed that it was fake. I think the dude was just like, yo, man, I'm not authorized to give you a discount.
I want my damn discount.
Bro, like, you gonna make it like it's Wendy's, man. Like, how, like I said, once again, I ain't trying to judge nobody's financial situation, but like, you gotta be down pretty bad to be like, yo, I'm about to literally make a scene because you're not gonna give me the discount that I'm not even actually supposed to get.
Wow. At least not in Chicago.
Yeah, so that's it. But I got another one, and it kind of delves into politics. So a little bit. A Florida man who actually ran for president and U.S. Senate in Florida is actually awaiting his trial on Monday in South Carolina for domestic abuse and weapons charges. Now, this story happened in South Carolina. Once again, why you got to keep that Florida shit in Florida? We got to protect our borders. So Augustus Sol Invictus. Yes, that's his name. It's Augustus Sol Invictus, who's a lawyer, or that's what he says. He's a lawyer. He allegedly, because I'm not going to say the man did it, allegedly beat his significant other, his wife, and choked her, held her at gunpoint, and forced her to then drive back to Florida. Once again, they feel comfortable there. Let their ass stay there. Like, we got to protect the borders.
So hold on. You went across the border, did a crime, and went back across like you going to be safe.
I mean, pretty much. So,
but why do you just do this shit at home?
And all this happened before COVID. All this happened before COVID. His bail was denied. Then when COVID happened, he got bail. He left. And actually did some other stupid shit. Ended up back in court again. I mean, there's no other way to say it. He did some other stupid shit. It ended up back.
Like what? What did he do? What did he do?
Well, his bail was denied, and he actually was accused of kidnapping. And
her?
Yeah, and stalking. Charges that were later dropped about the stalking. But so stalking this same person that you allegedly beat up and held at gunpoint and made her drive you back to Florida.
Because she didn't want your ass.
Yeah, so the significance of them is this guy, Augustus Sol Invictus, actually is a pretty big deal on the far right. He actually was one of the set speakers for the Unite the Right thing in Charlottesville that never transpired because of all the other shit that transpired. But yeah, he's actually on the program as a speaker for that. He literally did try to run for president. He also ran for U.S. Senate in Florida, but
he lost.
Yes.
Wow.
Now the moral of the story is, I've given you 2 stories of examples in which we let these motherfuckers come and invade our country. Therefore, U.S. stops at Georgia. We gotta keep these borders safe, man. Like we can't continue to let these insurgents run rampant in our country. we can't let it happen, man. Like, look, I'm not saying they're all terrorists. I'm not saying that they're all bad people. I'm just saying we gotta do a better job of making sure they don't illegally cross and that they prove that they are at least moderately decent people.
Should we build a wall?
Look, man, we've already had stories of people trying to go underground. So I don't know if a wall is enough, man. We just gotta just build an invisible space that just says they can't cross this line unless they have documentation, proof of intelligence.
Oh man, that's funny.
So yeah, that's the foreign affairs, man, and that's my plea once again for everybody to do your part. Help Georgia and Alabama out, protecting the border. I don't trust Alabama, so I realize that Alabama's gonna let some shit slip through. But like, U.S. stops at Georgia.
You just said you don't trust Alabama.
I mean, I don't. And
you don't trust those Bamas, man.
Unless Nick Saban's gonna get the offensive line for Alabama to come down, and like that's the only time I trust Alabama. Like that's just it.
Oh God.
So yeah, U.S. stops to Georgia. Keep the border safe. Everybody, play your role.
Play your position.
You can go visit Florida, but keep that Florida shit in Florida. Moral of the story.
All right. Thank you, MoeB, for another case of their foreign affairs. And yeah, man, they got all the way to Chicago, dog. That's
look, I don't know. Like I said, that's just what the Wendy's picture said. Didn't really say what happened, but the article emphasized it was a Florida man, and that was the important part.
Hey man, look, this shit in Florida, you got to keep out.
Like K.B. said, the Wendy's article author made a point to make sure you knew the person was from Florida. You know why?
It won't from Chicago.
You know why? Because he understood. We let this illegal immigrant in the country, and this is the shit that can happen.
Oh God, illegal immigrants. That's too much. I can't take it. It's too much. Oh man. So, what's on your mind, man? What's on your mind?
Keeping these borders safe. That's what's on my mind. Keeping these borders safe. And my lack of trust for Alabama.
Yeah, you really feeling that lack of trust for Alabama.
Look, man, it's nothing against. It's not like it's a big
part. It's a really tiny part.
But I don't trust them with that, man. I just don't, man. Because like I know Nick Saban will let them through as long as they can play football, and ain't nobody gonna question Nick Saban. So like honestly, like these insurgents gonna get in. All they gotta do is have a good 40 time, be able to bench press. You know what I'm saying? You know, be able to rush the passer. If you can do that, he'll let you in. And I mean, that shouldn't be the requirements for citizenship. We can do better than that.
What about that little patch of Louisiana?
I mean, LSU ain't getting them. Did you see their record recently? So I don't. I mean, they're not coming through there.
Oh man, you're killing.
Look. I'm not saying that Georgia is the most trustworthy. I'm just saying between those 3 states, unfortunately, our hopes have to just lie with Georgia. Like U.S. stops at Georgia, and Alabama and Louisiana. But like, look, like for the most part, we just got to say, if we can just stop them from coming up 95, like if we can just stop them from coming up 95 and 85, we good.
Woo! Wow. All right. And that's what's on your mind?
That's all that's on my mind, man. Keeping these borders safe. Like, cause like these stories were so easy to find. Like, because I was like, man, I'm gonna have a theme today. Let me find stories of when Florida invaded us. And like it took me all of like 25 seconds of a Google search to find two stories. To find two stories of, you know, Florida people invading us. All you gotta do is Google Florida man and insert random whatever. Like
Hilarious.
every week I find something else that is similar to tequila. Like tequila, and you never insert a positive thing afterwards. Usually it's Florida man, and you never insert a positive thing after. It's Florida man does some random outlandish shit that can only be described as Florida man shit, or woman, because you know they're equal opportunity on that. I will say, as one, Florida ain't sexist when it comes to they crazy, not at all.
I mean, you know. Well, all right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So what's on my mind is basically the fact that, you know, the other side doesn't trust when men say certain things. So, like, of course, when a man uses those three words, you know, when he finally comes out and says it to, you know, his significant other that he loves them, you know, man, you ain't gotta say
so
that.
you're talking about I love you? Oh, because I was like, what three words are you talking about?
Well,
like,
come on, man.
The condom broke?
Nah. I can honestly say I've never uttered those words.
Didn't pull out. Shot up club.
You might want to clean that out. That's a little bit more word, but
how you get
sounds
home?
like instead of how you get home. Wow. But nah, man, it's for real though, man. It's like everybody seems shocked when, like, you know, he says those words to them. But I know why now. It's because we got this dumb ass TV show called Temptation Island, and it's like the 5th episode, and this dude just told one of the chicks that he met roughly, like, I guess 5-6 days ago, that I love you and I want to be with you. While his girlfriend on the other side of the island, and I'm thinking to myself, see, it's dudes like you that make the game harder for everybody else. And then he's talking to his boy, I can't believe I said that. What? Come on, man. Like, look, it's cool.
You think those are real people, man?
I mean, of course not, but still. But see, here's the thing, man.
It's about ratings, baby.
But real people watch this show and believe that dumb shit. And like the other stupid thing about, there's another one about, I guess this black woman could not deal with dating the way it is, so they literally transported her back to like 1670 England. First of all, you black, that's your first problem. 1670 England, I mean, you probably ain't the girl everybody going for. Just gonna put it out there. So all these dudes got to do everything like they did in 1670. It's so much pressure to do it in 2022. Now you got to do.
Does she have to do everything like in 1670?
Yes. Like she wears this big ass gown, and they wear the suits all day, and you know with the fruff and all that shit.
Oh no, I'm not talking about dress. I'm like, does she cook? Does she make sure the food's on the table at a certain time? Okay,
they don't do nothing.
So it's just one sided then.
Because it's one sided, definitely. It's all about, you know, hey, you know, we gotta, you know.
So basically, it's just about them chasing her in an old fashioned way.
Yes, and the way she lets them down is like she dances. They do like a waltz, And then she tells him whether they can stay or go. And I'm just like, what happened to just telling the dude, nah, this ain't gonna work? Like, I don't get it. Like, are we like, I understand it's TV, but clearly this is what we got to do. I mean, and she doesn't look bad. She's not unattractive. So I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand it.
It ain't for you, man.
It ain't for me. But still, it shouldn't be for
she's
anybody.
Trying to single-handedly bring back chivalry by herself.
And it's terrible. But her friends are there. And her parents. And like the parents met all these dudes. Like before she met them. What? And of course, you know, they ain't no fat dudes up in there. Everybody's, of course, chiseled and all that other bullshit.
Well, of course.
Yeah, of course, it's TV. But then,
if it was us and all the women looked a certain way, they'd be like, why is it their representation? You know why? Because fat guys, we know. Like we know we ain't gonna be on that show.
And let's just be real.
I wouldn't even audition for that show because I'd have been like, wait a minute, so like at what point in time am I gonna have to take my shirt off and show my six pack? Okay, I'm out.
Yeah. And here's the thing, here's the fun part, right? Flavor of Love had representation. But nobody want that representation. That's right. I said it. But they had big girls, they had small girls, they had black girls, they had white girls, they had, you know, hood rats and decent people. Like they had it all, but nobody wanted Flavor of Love because Flavor looked like a black burnt piece of toast. So I mean, that in itself, I kind of get.
So does that mean he wasn't entitled to love, man?
I mean, they did it like 3 seasons.
I'm just saying, like third time's a charm.
And then he ended up with Bridget, whatever her name is, from the Single Life show that he was messing with anyway, which is all funny and all that. But Room Raiders, welcome Cowboy. You know what that is, MoeB?
Nope.
Room Raiders. It was horrible. It's a horrible dating show. You
know, me and reality TV not necessarily the best of friends.
But yeah, man, we just need to make sure that we understand what's real and what's not. And hey, if this dude's in front of you and he's legit with his heart pouring out to you, you should probably not shit on it. At least let him down easy if you ain't feeling it. But damn, don't shit on it. But you know, you want all this stuff. You want that crap that's on TV. You ain't never getting that. So all I'm saying is we just need to make sure that we know what's real, what's not, what's crap, what's real, whatever. But hey, I ain't got no six pack and I ain't never going on that show because there's no reason for me to be there. And plus they'll make shows for old dudes like me. Thank God. Except for 90 Day Fiance, and that shit is a train wreck. Completely.
It sounds like one.
I mean, especially when the person you meet is usually from a different country who sometimes speaks English or sometimes they don't. What? How am I supposed to fucking talk to them? But these people make it work. And I'm just kind of just like, that's you. And you can have that. You know? So that's all I got that's on my mind. Make sure what you got that's real is real. And when you see is real, don't dismiss it. It's not a TV show. It's somebody's actual feelings. But when they faking you, don't take that shit either. Because, you know, there are people out there making it worse for the rest of us. But that's the end of our show this week. First of all, I'd like to thank all the people who listened in on the show today, the live show, and those who will be listening on the podcast. Make sure that you take a chance and listen to our podcast. We have all 100 and I believe 25, soon to be 126 episodes on the podcast, including special shows as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, whichever podcast system you listen to. We're everywhere where you get your podcast. And yes, we are on iHeartRadio as well. So I heart you if you leave a message. But once again, thanks to MoeB. AG will be back in a couple of weeks. You know, he's going to listen to this and do this and be like, what the hell? And that's going to be awesome. But the podcast comes out on Thursdays. Once again, like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Now, Other than that, we'd like to thank everybody once again for your time here with us today. We will be back next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us on, I think, Twitter. No, not Twitter. What's that thing? Twitch and YouTube.
You can catch us on the YouTubes,
on the YouTubes,
on the book faces, and the brand.
your mom catches on the YouTubes. So definitely.
Actually, my mom wants to know when she can be back on the show because she says she know her fans have been asking about her, and she can't wait to get back on TV. And then I had to explain to her
it was not on TV.
Just because you could see it on your smart TV doesn't mean we were on the TV. Like it's. Yeah, Mom, you can come back.
But yes, once again, we'll be back next week. Peace, love, hair grease, soul, smile. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week. Deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, MoeB 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.